things around. Of course, wanting to turn that 0-1 into...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, is this North America's last hope, or will Unicorns of Love strike it down with great vengeance and furious anger? We have some bans towards Wild Tortoise. We have the Swain ban and the Renekton first pick for solo. Doesn't he see that Ornn is open? Ornn is open, guys. You want to win the draft? Ornn Graves. Boom. Ornn Graves. Orianna Graves. Okay. Anasik. Graves. Nidalee's out, removing Anasik's. That one from Anasik. You could also look to pick Lilia, but Lilia Orianna is not that good. If you want to deny the champion that can do well with Renekton. Power of Evil, Syndra. I kind of like it more when Santorin's playing AD champs, because Power of Evil can't play AD champs. Unless he practiced Tristana or something. I wish we would see more Tristana in this tournament. Maybe some more Irelia. And there's the Graves. And honestly, if they have Orianna, Graves, Ornn in first three... Oh. Well, at least it's a physical damage champ, right? And Syndra, easy peasy. They're just going to look for that 2v2 mid situation and look to pressure Nomans. FlyQuest, the best when they are playing with the three mid laners. The three mid laners being Ignar, Power of Evil, and Santorin to pressure Nomans. I think that's a good way to put it. And there we have the holy trinity of the play-ins. I think it's good. I think it's very good. I'm heavily leaning towards Unicorns of Love's draft here. I think anyone's going to say that. This is not some big brain analysis. It's just straightforward business. Keep in mind here, with all of the AD carries that are banned, I'm hoping that FlyQuest realize that they need to be the ones removing Twitch. Because Twitch is going to be really juicy here. And then when a lot of AD carries are banned, Ashe, Caitlyn, Ezreal, and then maybe a Jhin and a Senna, you're in the dark zone. Like if you are landing on Jhin as Wild Turtle here, Mr. Gadget is going to play some AP champions and he's going to make you, regret your choice. I'm wondering if Santas knows how to play Pantheon. Last time we saw him play was, of course, on an Alistar, and that didn't look that great. It was quite... dirty, honestly, because he played against DRX and DRX bot lane had Ashe Pantheon, and they made him regret it, rightfully so. Let's see now. Jhin ban. Maybe you don't need to ban Jhin, like Ornn. Ornn counters your whole team comp already, but okay, we'll allow it. Maybe they're going to go for Senna fourth pick. That's an option. A lot of AD carries are out, so let's see where Wild Turtle goes when it comes to comfort. Wild Turtle Vayne. No, I'm kidding. He's not going to go Vayne. Wild Turtle Tristana? Wild Turtle. Let's just bring up a champion list, because that's where we are at right now. Senna fourth pick for Gadget. This is very likely. Champions, League of Legends. This is where we're going into the dark zone. We need to find Aphelios? Aphelios? Aphelios is an option. Kalista is open. Kalista. But picking Kalista against these four champions is not a good time. Misfortune is a champion. Okay. Misfortune is a champion. Watch them 5-pick Braum. They're gonna 5-pick Braum. Support option, maybe you go Braum. If Ignar can play Bard here, it's really good. Pick Bard. Don't go Lux, Ignar. Pick Bard. You need to have some sense of how do we kill the enemy. Oh, we have Bard ult. You need to have some juice. Ignar. That's okay too. That's okay. We'll allow it. We will allow it. I like Bard more because I think it's good into Senna Orianna. I think sometimes against the amount of CC that is on the red side, Rakan might be in trouble. But Rakan is almost always good. It's hard to find situations where he's terrible. He can play in multiple different modes. Tam Senna is good. But Tom, I wonder if picking Brom is just straight up better. Because as a Rakan, I don't mind playing against Tom. But Tom is pretty decent against any potential Flash W of Renekton, or Flash Qs of Volibear. The three mid laners are in full action though, and the FlyQuest definitely have options in this game to create some early game advantages. I forgot about Mistwatching completely, and that was their pick, which is cool. FlyQuest didn't forget, so that's good. Luckily, I'm not the one drafting on stage for FlyQuest right now. Obviously, if I was, I would have prepared way better and had a list of AD carries that my AD carry plays. Don't get me wrong. Okay, Curry versus Sheepy. Both of them ending on a Y. What is happening? Holy. That was so fucking disrespectful from fucking Sheepy. That was really rude. Pointing to the guy and saying what he should do. Jesus. Alright, we're live, we're live. At least Rakan fits the bill in the same way that Bard does. In the sense that it's a way of piecing it all together, you know, in a very neat way. I think this game is just the waiting room for Top Esports versus DRX. That is a monster truck of a matchup. Yep. We're waiting for the early game to start. Unicorns of Love haven't been like the strongest early game team. It's always about how they fight together as a team. And of course the draft allows them to do that, but usually they've used draft in a way to cover up for their weaknesses. Here, FlyQuest isn't without options. Volibear, I know a lot of people are not too hyped on Volibear, but Volibear Flash Gank with the Q, Syndra gets ahead, that can be huge. No one's choosing heal, points to me that they are going to be very focused on that 2v2. Heal is a very strong 2v2 summoner, of course, because you use it on two people. And you don't get that full value unless you actually 2v2 and you just use it for yourself. So making sure that the volume of my music is good. Looks good. Okay, good movement from Power of Evil, winning out on the first trade. Okay, Google, calm down. I wasn't talking to you. Alright. Very, very fun skill matchup. Orianna versus Syndra. Syndra took a lot of nerfs. So no man's on Orianna is not forced any longer to get Mercury, because that was how the matchup was in the past. Without Mercury you would be in trouble. Ananastic predicting that the matchup is going to be very, very calm in the bottom side, so he's just pathing from bottom into top to play with the Ornn. No man sacrificing a lot of HP to get the push here. We need to keep in mind the Power of Evil winning out on these trades is super, super huge because The man has TP, and no man's just straight up goes for a base, and I don't think he can afford anything. He uses last corrupting, Power of Evil up 2 corrupting potions. Very good lane state for Power of Evil. This is going to mean so much as well for the crab fight that is going to happen very, very soon. No Man's needs kind of a miracle to recover from this lane. I don't know how No Man's HP dropped there to 150 on level 1 against a Syndra. I don't know if he was just tanking minions or doing something really, really silly. Volibear into bottom sides, and I think he's just checking now for the pathing, but also looking for No Man's. This is a decent gang because No Man needs to really, really contest here to accomplish anything, and burning flash for flash, we take it. Power of Evil is gonna get an advantage here off of his TP. Ooh, okay, Anazik finds a little window. Flash for flash. That's the... Ooh, good stun. Can he reach? No, I can't. Okay, very clutch stun. Likewise, bot lane also Prio defending Crab, not letting Graves breathe. Volibear coming around the corner. Graves borrowed some XP from mid. Well, took some XP from mid. No flash, but Nomaz is in trouble. He has no TP. And Ananasik can't be sharing XP here with Nomans. It's just too bad. Nomans is waiting for his second biscuit to show up to maybe get a little bit of HP back, but Syndra also has that biscuit. Lane state also pretty decent here for boss. Good HP, and I don't know if it's correct for Renekton to go... maybe Doran's plate is a bit too greedy, but I don't know how it played out. I don't have pro view. Okay. That just... why is he shaking his head? Like, that's just terrible. Like, you're not allowed to make mistakes like this if you're playing Renekton. Like, your team is doing well, and you secure 2 crabs, and you have a mid situation that's completely winning. It's frozen, and you have TP advantage. Completely winning, but Graves getting a kill here just puts the game back on square one, and Graves' base is going to be so much better. It was very, very bad from solo here. Santos is in position, Ananasik is coming up, and the moment Noman started walking forward, Ananasik was in position. And, ooh, okay, Power of Evil, very nice. Very good stuff. You need to carry your crocodile in the top lane. I like Wildtur's itemization here because with the flow of the game, these guys need to be strong. They need to be powerful. They need to apply pressure constantly in this game, because if they ever let go of the gas pedal and Unicorns of Love happen to be even or find opportunities to get a Drake or to delay the game further, it's going to be terrible. And Ananasik is just playing cleanup crew. He tried to clean up mid, it didn't work, and if Volibear matches bottom, it also won't work, because this is an item advantage on Misfortune, but Volibear is nowhere to be found, and I think this is something that FlyQuest potentially could have done better. They should look to freeze. Gadget is trying to prevent it. There's a knockup, but there's an eat, and the freeze will not bit connect. Bit connect! Like, if Volibear sacrifices himself again to rush straight bottom, this could have been huge. Like, Misfortune has an item advantage, and Gadget needed to get a base off. And you're not going to base when the wave is frozen. That's just too terrible. But in all honesty, in the situation of the game, they should have been forced to. And now Santos is TPing. He has Unsealed Spellbook. There's the Own Horn. Ooh, dying to the minions. Top lane is just poison ground. FlyQuest, don't go top. Don't go top. Because Renekton is giving hope. I want to hear what our boys say.
Meanwhile, Graves, he's just getting to invade Santorin's red side jungle. Ignar going to try to interrupt it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a really good quick draw to get Ananasik out of the way. He focuses.
Sag. It's just... any action that happened top allowed Graves to get an advantage. Graves is going to base now, and he's going to finish full 80 jungle item with the kill. Right now Graves is like, yeah, chill guys, let me get 80 jungle item and we're gonna be super, super strong. Big item gap mid still low. Power Evil, very good condition. 2v2 mid is the way forward. I think just diving top not waiting for Syndra was a big blunder. I think they just didn't expect the Tahm Kench TP. But even without it, you know, the dive is not that straightforward. The flash was good. Renekton had no flash. Volibear also had no flash. So that flash can buy a shit ton of time, and then the TP to follow it up made it all easy and clear. Okay, okay. Lethality popping off. Good stuff from FlyQuest. Usually I don't think of them as much of a laning bot lane, but here with Misfortune Rakan, they've had the prio and they've played more for their jungle, less so than just their mid lane. And it's a good look for Wild Turtle to be this far ahead. And I think if Santorin was there at bottom at that timer when they had that big lane advantage, it would have been good. Like I'm extra impressed because I view FlyQuest as a team that was very poor in terms of laning bottom and also poor in terms of laning top. But to be fair, it isn't Unicorns of Love's biggest strength either. Nomans now has Summoners back up, and it's just a question of how can FlyQuest continue this pressure, because Ananasik now on the AD jungle item will actively, you know, clears jungle and becomes super strong. So still no flash, so this is a very good timing window to be in top. Yeah, I'm recording, Angel. What? Is it urgent? Okay, sorry guys. Assure you guys that wasn't urgent, because my girlfriend's friend that is visiting can't eat cheese, and the food that I ordered contains cheese, and that was the news. Alright, back to this game. Okay, we like this. The 3 mid laners. Okay, FlyQuest, you're on the board. Imagine if Renekton didn't int it. Imagine if you didn't go for that top dive. Imagine how this game would have looked. Ananasik wouldn't be on AD jungle item. He wouldn't have recovered. He wouldn't have stolen the raptors. And then the gold lead would have been immense. Massive. I think Unicorns of Love, the fact that they're trying to contest this, I don't know what kind of kush they are smoking. Like, why on earth are they going here? It's really silly. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. What on earth is this? Oh no, don't tell me Santorin dies. Oh my god, man. Unicorns of Love just fucking straight up 3v5'd, got a kill. Like, it was a bad move to contest this. This shouldn't be. I don't know why I increased the volume of my music, so sorry if you guys had an experience where it was super loud. YamatoCannon production. But yeah, the fact that they get away with the kill, and Senna is not, you know, the best at destroying turrets, so she gets 1 plating, not 2, which is usually the standard in situations like this. Ignar has the Herald, which is probably the worst person to have it. No Man's went for the Mercury, which makes sense because he's behind in his matchup, needs to go Mercury. Also not bad to go Mercury against Volibear, Renekton, Syndra and Rakan in the first place, so it's not a shabby buy. Paravivo has lethal, but he is very well aware of Tahm Kench. Very happy with how Paravivo has played so far in this game. I think Solo is the imposter. I think also going Blade of the Ruined King when you are behind is also imposterish behavior, because you need to just be the one black cleavering the Ornn and the Graves and the Tam that is going to buy armor. There's a Tam ult, but Wild Turtle kept his W, pressed W the moment he got smoked, and then ran out. Good stuff, good stuff. Power Reaver Monster Fed has Luden's Echo in base. But looking at the gold, Unicorns of Love is still hanging on. The tricky thing is that we know that FlyQuest is on a timer and they haven't secured any Drakes. And if Ananasik and Unicorns of Love grab this one, I don't know if FlyQuest has done enough damage. It just doesn't feel like they have. They need to do a lot more damage. It's going to be Lost Chapter base and then Luden's Echo base. And Unicorns of Love are very happy with this game state. They prayed to the Renekton god and it paid off. This Ornn is getting platings 1v1. Shiba. Solo has TP, maybe he should just take the knee. Like he's trying to get gold for Blade and then TP back. That's why he's greedy. You buy Bramble Vest now on Ornn and you don't care anymore. So it's brave what Ananasik is doing, trying to hold on. He gets the wave and so forth, but I doubt they will be able to secure the first tower anywhere else. Santorin, after that activity in the early and the dive top, he hasn't really been active in this game at all. That's one of the problems with Volibear, that the pressure that you create needs to be constant, and I am slowly losing faith in Unicorns of Love. I mean, in FlyQuest. Because every moment that takes, the fact that they have no Drakes at 13 minutes, you just see these fat, chunky boys, Renekton and Volibear, trying to defend the tower and losing against Ornn and Graves. Nah, this game is over, guys. This game is actually over. Blows. NA remains winless for another day. Like, if at any point Renekton and Volibear lose a fight, you can just go next, man. You can legit go next. And Renekton didn't even get his blade. Did he get his blade money? Is he gonna wait in base? Just count the minutes and the seconds that are gonna pass. Oh, he didn't go for Blade. He just pieces out. No Blade, Renekton. Pepega. Well, Power Evil. Show us what you got, man. Can you carry this game? Even though there's a Tam ready to deny you and everyone on the enemy team already has Mercuries. Because, yeah, Renekton has absolutely no fucking pressure. Yeah, Volibear is fucking useless too. Let's be honest. Black Cleaver is also frustrating for Syndra, because Black Cleaver, you know, there's a discussion of Senna buying Black Cleaver. She stacks it very fast. Every auto applies 2 instances of Black Cleaver. Q applies 2 as well, so auto Q auto applies full Black Cleaver. And on top of that, you know, the move speed is very neat, and 20% cooldown items, you know, Senna has none of those. Before you suggest Trinity for Senna, look up her base AD. It doesn't grow per level, so that's a problem for her. And another key thing is just the HP is super convenient against some champions that require to put people in kill range in order to be useful. So yeah, I feel, yeah, Unicorns of Love skipping steps a bit. They feel strong on the Ornn Grave side, I get it, but no one's showing on the bot wave, and you need to play through mid in order to have any type of pressure. So FlyQuest gains some breathing room here. Boss has enough armor to not give a damn about this. Can they really kill? Really? Oh, that's surprising. Wow. Okay. I thought there's no kill here. Okay. FlyQuest is on the board again. Very important kill here on Anasik that started a chain of reactions. Nastic looking for top Renekton pressure, but they had no vision of the mid, and they didn't know the decision of FlyQuest's bot lane. And with that momentum, they killed Ornn too, and I was surprised that they could with Santorin there and Rakan, but the Ignite and the red buff through damage was just coming in clutch there. I think here Power of Evo should just go Spellbinder. He's going for Banshee, it looks like, but not too big of a fan. Unicorns of Love are doing mad things. I don't know if they realize that they are not in a position where they need to take any big risks. If Ornn begins to get a couple of more levels, this is going to be a very tough game for FlyQuest to snowball out of control because of the lack of dragons. UOL gadget. Oh, this TP shows. This TP shows everything. Oh, Renekton is out and about. Oh, are you doing this really? Come on, Solo. This was, you know, North America's game to win, but you are solo losing the game. And I don't want to be, you know, that channel that is negative or, you know, causes any type of harm towards any player or adds additional burden to that load, but yikes. And before you say, oh, they got mid tower for it, they had Herald. Like this mid tower they can take at any point in the game with how strong Syndra is with the Herald. But this death is way less egregious than some of the other deaths that he has had. Syndra keeping them in the game. Void Staff. I like that. I like that a lot. I was calling for Spellbinder, but honestly this is a really good. Good itemization choice. And everyone has Mercury, and Ornn is gonna get Abyssal. Void Staff is very good at this point in time. I hope he goes Deathcap next. Deathcap is the best progression after this item. Just ignore the Banshee, Power of Evil. You need to be the one carrying. Void Staff is clutch. Wow. Yeah, Unicorns of Love really running it down often. I think maybe they're playing just way too cocky. They are making many positional mistakes. Oh. Holy shit, FlyQuest are really hard carrying solo in this game. It's unbelievable. You know, in my previous review, I said that Finn is the 16th worst, but I just said it off the cuff, and then after that, I said at least he's not top 10. Solo is by far the worst top lane at this tournament. No questions at all, man. Jesus. Criminal, man. Criminal. But at least they got Ornn, right? They got Ornn, so maybe it was 5 heads. Well, the interesting thing here is, you know, with the state of Orianna, there isn't that much damage on Unicorns of Love side. It is going to be difficult for FlyQuest to burn through this team because Orianna is so goddamn scuffed this game. She's really far behind. Power of Evil dominated super hard. Like Power of Evil destroyed him. Like really level 1, he destroyed him. The TP advantage turned into a big lead. He solo killed him. They transferred the pressure super well. I think this was heavy mid-gap game. Big mid-gap. The reason why it's so important that Orianna is in a good state is because, you know, Senna and Graves don't have the greatest DPS output Like you don't really get to choose your targets. You kind of hit whatever you can reach. Same thing for Orianna, right? But Orianna is better at, you know, killing those targets that are right in front of her. Here it comes. Power Wheel is knocked. Power Wheel no flash. Power Wheel big shutdown. 700 Gs. Ooh. Here comes Renekton. Can you redeem yourself? Can you redeem yourself? Oh, you could not. Okay. Power Wheel no flash. Anasi with the clutch flash. I think this game, this entire match has been who ints harder, No Man's or Solo? Who carries harder, Power Evil or Ananasic? And on top of that, Unicorns of Love had 3 Drakes. So that one is a bit of a shocker. I can't believe we're going to watch top esports in DRX after this. That one is the biggest head scratcher. Good itemization from Power of Evil. He's keeping me sane here, which is cool. Thank you. Graves going for Black Cleaver because he's hitting frontline most of the time. But I wouldn't mind if he continued down the lethality path, honestly, in this game. Because Ragnar has no armor and you can find ways to not hit Volibear. I think you'll be alright. I think continue buying lethality. This is a Yumu's Wraithblade game. Like Yumu's Wraithblade is very strong. So scratch the Black Cleaver, just get Wraithblade here. 100%. Just don't hit Volibear, ignore him. It's fucking useless. Okay, Power of Evil. Uses flash, but that's something to be happy about too, but maybe he's gonna die anyway. Ooh. Okay. Now Power of Evil was out and about too much. He was pushing top wave before mid wave was done, and I think this was a macro mistake from FlyQuest. It's a major mistake from Power of Evil. I think just looking back at it, I think that the tempo of what they were doing was just off. Because here Power of Evil goes top. I think Power of Evil needs to drag the blue with him and catch the top wave at the same time. He missed a lot of minions here doing the blue. And here... I think he can push that one wave slower. And also showing on the pink, like I don't get why Santorin just shows his position here, because the mid wave is crashing. Like both of them need to be in river. Like there needs to be more pressure here. But at the same time one has TP, so maybe they're just respecting that. Ornus Prio. Ornus Prio and TP. It's just a disaster. Orn walking towards mid, and FlyQuest are just being way too aggressive in their approach. It's like the position Paravi was taking the wave, and it's just ridiculous. They have no vision. Like, they have no vision at all. Like, he has no reason to be here. Yeah, Paravi was just trolling. Might be game losing. Santorin Steel, Syndra Steel, Jensen, Oolong Jensen. Okay. Nah. That's oh, that's so sad, man. That's so sad. This was the first pick Renekton, by the way. This is the first pick Renekton. Like, Renekton and Volibear don't have the best synergy, but this Renekton ran it down. Jesus Chrysler, man. Deathcap, Syndra. Sucks that Tom can serve as denial. Ornn, you can upgrade, you can give your team some stats here. The Black Cleavers are finished. Upgrade the Black Cleavers. Yay. Another one, another one. Should have been a Wraith Blade for young Graves. Black Cleaver Senna, we don't mind. It's okay. This is a huge power spike for Unicorns of Love. Keep in mind, they get a lot of extra gold through Ornn's passive. But this is probably going to be FlyQuest's best chance. Because I think by the time Orianna reaches Deathcap, she kind of caught up, and Deathcap gets upgraded. That's going to be too impactful. I think Solo maybe should have gone deeper. Like, Solo could have positioned way deeper. Like, him showing here is so bad. Like, in a world where he is over here, going with the wave and being behind the enemy lines, especially when Infernal Soul is the map, that would have been so much better. But now he's showing. Same thing with Volibear, he's showing. That makes it so easy for Unicorns of Love to contest the right space. Because now they are positioned better. Renekton is trying to work around to get a flank. But imagine he was here right now. Like here, you see? Imagine he was here. That would have been monster, I think. Zoom would have done that. So just to make it clear. Like, imagine Renekton is here. Volibear is in Fog of War. Like, it doesn't matter. It's fine that he goes here. Renekton here, and then maybe there's better odds. But okay. Show us what you got, Power of Evil. You're level 16. Let's see if Santos can deny. Ooh, very nice. Okay, that's the Raka and Wombo combo. Very beautiful. And then Power of Evil just snapped the Graves in half. Ignorant Power of Evil. Repping it here, man. And Solo was useful. I'll give him that. That's Nash, potentially bottom in hit, but they're just gonna keep it simple Nash. I think Orianna potentially could clear the bottom wave. Yeah, Ignar really finds a beautiful engage here. everyone's hugging here, and then boom. And that's why time was a little bit confusing when it was locked in, because you can't really deny any of these wombo combos. I get it when you want to eat someone that gets ulted by Syndra and smaller skirmishes, it makes a lot of sense. But here, Rakan, Misfortune wombo combo kept him in the game. And Power of Evil level 16 just snapped the Graves in half. Would love to see that again, how he Anasik just died to him. Because I feel like maybe Anasik had to go deeper in the pit. Boom, Ignore. I think the clutch thing is also just Power of Evil killing Graves here. Hits the Q, and the Q landing puts him in lethal range, and that's really, really important here. So imagine here Ananasik gets to finish the Drake and they are walking away with Soul. I don't think you mind too much if the enemy has Nash. But now the next issue is that like Orianna can't get to her death cap. Death cap is so important for Orianna. So important. Born. Santorin understands that he's just a walking Baron buff. He's like a banner of command. That's what he is. 4 core Power of Evil. Very, very strong. Good Solari buy. We see 2 little Solaris. Very good against the wombo combo. We're gonna get crazy value off of this item. Nomad needs to look to queue the cannon minions whenever he gets the chance there, instead of the range creeps. Yeah, the problem still remains that FlyQuests are quite durable, and that makes it hard for a comp that has Graves, Orianna, and Senna as your damage dealers to burn through anything. Even in a scenario where you get a catch. But here they go for solo again. Ult on. He goes for the Graves. Graves is chunked. Okay, solo, you did that well. Props should be given where it's deserved. So I'm not dying, it's good. And now after this Nash and the fight around Drake, I think the curve of the growth of the champion, especially when no man's finished Void Staff here, is just not so exciting. I don't think if no man's has enough time to finish Deathcap this game. Just give up this inhib, I think it's already gone. Still, FlyQuest having no dragons means there's no Elder Drake on the menu. And the next Baron's gonna spawn in quite some time. And the question is, can they finish with that Nash? If they can't finish with that Nash, that's when no one's gonna finish this death cap, and things are gonna get very dicey. Because the strength of Syndra is not gonna get much bigger than this. Syndra is in peak condition. This is a very, very winning position for FlyQuest. Yeah, the Misfortune is a pick that it's quite interesting. Looking back at this game with all the AD carry bans that happened, Misfortune maybe was just the best champion to pick. Like Senna makes a lot more sense on blue side than it does on red side, right? So it's worth to mention that too. Like if blue side has Senna, it's also good. So maybe Senna should have been the ban, and then maybe you should just look to pick Ezreal. Okay, Anastic survived. But this should be a Drake. I think YamatoCannon should be happy with walking away here. Like there's no reason to even try. Wow, why? Why? You can give it. What? It's actually working. It's actually working. No, it can't be working. Why are they fighting this? Graves has autoed so many times, man. Oh my god. Power of Evil, Smurfsky, ult number 2. You can kill all Power of Evil. I don't know if YamatoCannon's love are that good that they paid attention to Syndra's position and felt comfortable enough to continue fighting this. Because look at Syndra. Because Syndra's position is the problem. Like what's Syndra doing? Like what's Power of Evil actually doing here? Like Power of Evil has all the power. There's no way that red side ever kills Power of Evil. And he's so far away. That's the only reason this works. The stopwatch, very nice stopwatch, Ornn flash over the wall, the kill Misfortune. And in a world where Power of Evil was in a better position, YamatoCannon can't fucking do this. That's why I was so fucking shocked. Because continuing this fight makes absolutely no sense. Like there's no way you can kill Syndra, so there's no reason for you to continue to fight. And there's the second ult cooldown. This is a blue buff, level 16 Syndra. That's the second ult he did this fight. And YamatoCannon are still going, they're still going, they don't give a shit. They don't give a damn. Orianna's ult on, so maybe this is what they're fishing for, but Power of Evil has flash. Power of Evil will soon ult up again. It's about 20 seconds. This is some sweaty gameplay. You also have like these minions are at your gates. Like YamatoCannon, just go home. Just go home, fight another day, get yourself a death cap on No Man's and you can legit 1v9. Why? Santorin is alive. Oh no, man. Power of Evil, you can smurf, you have ult on. Go smack him up. Oh no. Oh, okay, Power of Evil. I said oh no, but... Oh no, oh, what am I watching, man? My eyes. I'm legally blind. Oh, run away, run away. Oh my goodness. No, keep, you won. Just get the death cap. Get the death cap. We're good. Calm down. Breathe. Very intense game for both teams, very intense. You got the Solari. You got the death cap. Do some building. Doof. Boom. No stress. And now you're looking good again. You're looking good. There's no Soul Drake on the menu for the enemy. There's no rush at all. I was worried those minions gonna take Nexus, man. And YamatoCannon's in love with the death of Power of Evil and Santorini. There's a Nash and we have YamatoCannon's love in the lead again. Like now, all the damage that has ever happened to Orianna just doesn't matter. And I don't understand. This is a fight, Power of Evil TP'd in. That's why I didn't understand. I didn't realize he can TP in. Wild Turtle got snapped. Okay, let's just take a step back. There's a lot of things to look at here. FlyQuest went for the fight. They don't have a jungler. Power of Evil TP's in the moment he spawns. He comes in, and Unicorns of Love are very undecisive here. I think Ananasi just needs to dash over the wall. Boss tanking the Nash here really doesn't matter, but Ananasi being in the back of the pit is a big issue. He could have just dashed over, used plant or something like that. Oh, so much going on here. I think what Rakan did was pretty pointless. I think better Ignar just holds the spells here. because Unicorns are quite zoned already. The moment he walks forward here, Gadget and Nomads need to back off. So I think if he just held onto his ult and W, it would have been better. And then Misfortune ult is only on Tam, but Gadget walks into it. Like, Gadget is full HP. Like, look at Gadget's HP here, but then he's like, yeah, I'm gonna sniff some fucking MF bullets and lose all of his HP. Like, this is 11-16 Misfortune. All the powers and ultimates, because he doesn't itemize attack speed. He only has 80. But then Orianna snaps in him half. Gadget had no reason to go here. Boom, he snapped. And then Syndra goes. Volibear, how does he kill Orianna? Okay, Solo just dashes on him. Yes, fucking Noman's went too far. Noman's made a big mistake here. Misfortune dying after ulting, she already has value. Oh, shit! Oh my goodness, they can end. What a fucking game. Wow. I think Unicorns of Love really choked here at the battle. What is this? This is a dub. This is a W for FlyQuest. That was a messy game. Okay. Oppo player of the game, Power of Evil. Good job, Power of Evil. Wild Turtle was sturdy as well. He was sturdy in this game. Had prio through bottom. Centurion had a decent start with the help of his teammates, but... Holy, FlyQuest. Did you listen when they told you how you need to act when you win? Nah, I shouldn't say that right now. Alright. Well done, well done. Centurion had good moments. Solo did like 2 good things. Unicorns of Love got caught very, very often, and that Baron fight, you know, that decided everything. Let's just take a quick look back at it. Because this situation, like the way you need to play it, right, from Unicorns of Love's side is you can't allow entry to here. Like you need to, like Ornn tanking it is a mistake. Ornn needs to be here. And then you put Orianna Ball here and the enemy should not have access. It's just the moment they step into here, like look at how Ignar positions. The moment Ignar steps in here, he pushes 3 guys back, which allows Wild Turtle to enter and Syndra to enter. And if Ignar just holds his spells here, just holds, this fight is really, really one-sided just because he was allowed to enter this space. But in reality, Ornn and Orianna should be able to zone this space. Like the moment Ignar walks here, like a QW from Orianna should fucking chunk him to half HP. This is an Orianna with 4 core, and on top of that, a death cap that is upgraded by Ornn. Ignar goes, and then here just Gadget needed to play this way more calm, and on top of that, No Man's like didn't see Renekton or what, he just goes to kill Wild Turtle, but Wild Turtle already ulted and got value, so there's no reason to trade your life there. And Power of Evil stays alive, and then boom, there's Santorin getting it. I want to see if he smited. Did he smite? Boom, he did smite. Okay. Alright. Power of Evil, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff from Ignar too. Let's take a little break and get ready for the next match.